So you pack some Inteleons and you don't really know what to do with them. I've got a very good deck for you. Make sure you stay tuned, baby. Let's have a look. Alright, welcome guys to the Slowpoke world, where today, 20 days, 20 decks, we're here now with Inteleon VMAX. Okay, now this was a card that when I first looked at it, I thought, oh boy, this is a load of rubbish. You know, its energy cost isn't quite costly enough to really warrant using Frostmoth, but it's got some really nice disruption elements in it too. So I thought what we can do is sort of take the Malamar VMAX shell, because Inteleon fits it rather nicely, run some more disruptive stuff, and yeah, try and close our games out that way. So yeah, let's take a look at Inteleon VMAX. So it's a stage 1 VMAX, gives up 3 prizes obviously, 320 HP, 2 attacks. First one is Hydro Snipe for 1 water, does 60 damage, and you can return energy from your opponent's active to their hand. So that alone is a really nice little attack, to be fair. 1 for 6 is not the greatest damage output, not gonna lie, but being able to return energy from the hand should really slow them down, stop them building their board to that sort of state where we can't deal with it. So always, whenever we want, we can always just return energy from their active. Super nice. Okay. Next, we've got 4 of the Inteleon V. This V ain't the greatest. Like, some of the Vs you get are actually kind of decent. This one ain't the greatest. Sharpshooting is a 1 for 40 snipe. Okay, it's not bad. It does kind of set up with Inteleon VMAX's second attack that I forgot to talk about, my bad. And then Inteleon VMAX for 3, well, 2 water, 1 colorless, does ground bullet, 160 damage, and it has a 60 snipe. So the 60 snipe, we all know 60 snipe is a good number. A little bit off knocking out a Shaman, a Jirachi, it's kind of annoying. But you know, 3 snipe, 6 off an 80, does 1 shot at the Dene on the bench, well, 1 shot, 3 shots at Dene on the bench. And helps bring Grand Bullet into range, where that's going to start potentially threatening 1-shots also. And if they've caught a few Hydro Snipes for top attack and try and harden the bench, your Grand Bullet can finish them off. So yeah. So back to Inteleon V. So it's got the 1 for 40 snipe, which I said does kind of combo well with Grand Bullet, I guess. And then Aqua Report for 2 water, 1 colorless is 130, and your opponent reveals their hand. I mean, I don't know how great revealing their hand is, but I guess 130 is kind of okay, could be better. So like I said, we're in the sort of Malamar VMAX shell, so that means we're doing greens Miss Magus. So obviously Miss Magus with greens in combination with Quick Ball and Dust Stone, let's evolve it straight away. Give up surprise, knocks itself out, but then we draw up to 7, which is nice. And then the sort of giving your opponent a prize is sort of mitigated by the fact that we're a 3 prize attacker anyway. So we sort of skew the prize, so they're going to have to knock out 2 VMAXs to win the game. So that prize is almost irrelevant. And it lets us draw up as well. And then if you combine that with stuff like Reset Stamp, really doesn't matter too much. So I said that we're a greens deck, so obviously you play 4 greens. Greens is super nice for searching out our disruptive pieces, it's nice for searching out our consistency pieces, and searching out the pieces to get Miss Magus going as quick as we can. Some super nuts card. We then play 3 of Marnie, just to be another disruptive draw card basically, so it disrupts our opponent and it consistencies us really. So because we put the cards that we don't want to the bottom, we have a higher chance of getting what we need, sort of like our counter gains and our ranges and that sort of stuff. And then 2 Boss's Orders, because we are sort of a 2-hit deck, so we do need some gust. I wouldn't mind trying to fit a Great Catcher in here or something like that, but for now I can't really fit it in, so we're just going to rock out with 2 Boss's Orders. 4 Quick Ball, because why wouldn't you? We need to get our Misdreavus out, we need to get our Inteleon Vs out nice and early, so we've got to play 4 Quick Ball. We then got 4 Pokegear. This is just so we can get to our greens a lot earlier really, because we want to try and get greens, because we do want to go second, so we want to try and get our greens turn 1, so it searches out Quick Ball, Dust Stone, or anything like that. So if we can just try and play greens as much as we can in the game, we should be okay. Now I did mention that we're a sort of disruption-esque deck, so we are going to play some Crushing Hammers. So Crushing Hammers in combination with Hydro Snipe, you can remove 2 energy off the board. And a lot of decks, you can they can get away with attaching 1 energy per turn. They might have a little bit of energy acceleration, but not a lot of decks can keep up with 2 energies coming off the turn. So yeah, that's going to be really nasty. Like if we can combine removing 2 energy on our second turn with a Reset Stamp, like, you know what I mean? This is like, what are they going to do? Like, and Grand Bullet is enough of an attack where we can really start closing out games fast if our opponents can't really well, attack really. They can't really mess about too long, getting punched in the face with Grand Bullet. So I mentioned that we want to be attacking turn 2, and counter game is how we do that, because we are going to be behind on prizes thanks to Miss Majors. So if we attach a counter game, we can actually do Inteleon's Grand Bullet for 2 waters. So that's the sort of way we're going to try and have our early game aggression. And to be fair, turn 2 160 with a 60 snipe isn't half bad really. Play 3 spinner. Just because if we can greens out spinner, or if we actually have spinner in our hand, turn 1 going second, 3 energy is all we need for a lot of the game, right? So it's just good value. It's also a greens, it's effectively a greens energy target as well, so greens can search your energy as well. And it's just a nice card to have in greens decks in general, because we don't want too many energy. Play 3 Dust Stone just so we can evolve up Miss Majors nice and early. I've seen some sort of similar list play 2. I think that's very greedy because we are so reliant on that turn 1 combo. I want to make it consistent as possible. So I've opted for 3 Dust Stone. Now, this is different to the Malamar list. I'm playing 2 Evolution Incense over Pokecom. And the reason is, this list is a lot harder in regards to space. So in the Malamar list, I actually play a full 4-4. Here we're playing a 4-3. So that means normally these would be communications. Communication isn't going to be as live because we're playing 1 less Pokemon. And we're already not playing a lot of Pokemon anyway. So I thought instead of playing communication, I'm going to swap to Evolution Incense. And so far, it's been quite nice. We then play 1 Tool Scrapper. This is mostly to turn off opponent Jirachis. Well, when I say turn them off, it means they're going to be less live, because if they promote a Jirachi on a knockout and they try and search for supporter, it means they might not be able to take their skateboard or anything like that. It's also good for turning off lucky eggs that Blounds might be playing and stuff like that as well. So yeah, I think I left this off on the Malamar VMAX video, and I think I should have played 1, so now we've got 1 here. And then 1 switch. Now I was debating winning 2. In the games I've played, I haven't really warranted ever needing 2. Like if they try and gust up an Inteleon V, all you do is just evolve, attach another energy and get going. You never bench another Inteleon until you've got at least 1 energy on it, so you can always certainly evolve second energy, counter game, and keep going. So 1 switch is plenty. You could even be greedy and cut that if you want. We then play 3 Power Plant. That just turns off the Dene out really. That's all that is. We don't want to, you know, reset, stamp, take away their energy if they can just bench the Dene and start tearing through their deck again that way. So 3 Power Plant's almost a necessity. Like I said, if you can combine removing 2 energy with a reset stamp to 4 and the Power Plant, what are they going to do? Like, what are they actually going to do? They ain't going to do a lot. And then next turn you do 160 with a 60 snipe. It's a lot of pressure. And then we play 9 basic waters to round out the list. I think it's really strong. I actually do. It's really strong. In the games that we've been playing so far, the 60 snipe, similar to what's that deck called again? Dragapult. The 60 snipe adds up quick. It means they can't really be affording to bench in Dene. They can't really afford to be benching Jirachis, which in the normal circumstance they want to do. Like you've just mined them, you've just reset them. You wanna put down these consistency cards, but you can't because you know that the Grand Bullet will find them eventually. Discarding their energies as well. Like it's a really oppressive deck when it gets going. I think it's been a deck that's been grossly overlooked similarly to Malamar. Like it's been tested, it's been doing really well, guys, really well. So you know, in your pre-release packs, if you pack any Inteleon, or on your locked packs online, you pack any Inteleon, this is a great starting list, guys, and you will win games with it. Don't you worry about that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. 20 days, 20 Rebel Clash decks, baby. So like I said, between now and the lead up Rebel Clash, is going to be a new Rebel Clash deck out every day with gameplay for most of them as well. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video, much appreciated. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I try and put out as much stuff here as I can. Full deck profiles plus games, topic conversational pieces regarding anything in the TCG. Check out my Twitter, check out my Facebook. That's where you get most of the updates, sort of see what's going on behind the scenes, all that good stuff. Also check out the SoundCloud for the full bi-weekly podcast. If you're interested, if you like the conversational pieces, go check that out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.